Right, hello. Do you remember this? This is from a previous video, the MagicBox, which I spectacularly failed to fix. It's quite broke anyway, to be honest with you. And after I finished, it's a lot more broke. Anyway, right. So, I said previously, I liked this box. I thought it looked nice. It's got a nice feel to it. And it's just a shame. So I'm going to do something a bit mad. And I'm going to try and repurpose it. Now, I will be using the speakers. This is the power board that came with the box in the first place, which I won't be reusing, partially because I think it's knackered, but part of the other reason is I don't need it. So if you have a look here, what we got, it's got the screen where the LCD readout was, and then you got the volume and the two knobs down here. So they are on this board here, which again doesn't work, or didn't work. And you can see, go back to that video, I'll try and put a link up here. If I haven't. But if you have a look here, you can see where I've had to make a bridge because there was a big chunk of the board missing. I say big, under the microscope that looks massive. Doesn't look so big there, but you can see the bridge. So I did that, and that did nothing to help the cause, essentially. So my idea is this: to turn this into a Bluetooth speaker. Now I want to use or reuse these original speakers that came with this, and I'm going to put this board back in place like so for a couple of reasons. So firstly, it sits in here like that. Let me just put it in roughly. It sits in here, and as you can see then these knobs sit by there, and then you put the silver knob caps over the top, and then you've got the screen here. Now my idea is, and it's just an idea, how successful I am with this is anybody's guess, but my idea is, if I put a Bluetooth board in, wire this up, the screen up to the on switch, so that will illuminate the screen, so that will give an on light, so to speak, so we'll know the speaker's on. Now chances are it's going to speak anyway, it's going to have that Chinese woman's voice going, Bluetooth are successfully connected, but at least then, I got 2 holes filled, so it still looks aesthetically okay, and we'll have a bit of a light as well. So kind of repurposing that, and the speakers. So how am I going to do this? Well, you can get Bluetooth boards pretty much anywhere, but my intention is to butcher a Bluetooth speaker. I've just hit the microphone, so apologies if that bounced off your ears, but my intention is to butcher a Bluetooth speaker such as this. Now I've got a couple of these, and they're perfectly fine for what they are. They're not expensive, and I got one here. So we're going to take a look at this one. As you can see, never used it. So it's micro USB. Anyone still using them? And we've got an aux cable. How good that aux cable is going to be is anyone's guess, because it doesn't feel great. And then we got the speaker itself. I love the feel of these little soft bags. Anyway, so there's the speaker, and all be told, no, it looks alright, doesn't it? It just looks like a speaker. So let me get rid of the gubbins. Let's compare it to this one. So relatively same weight. This one has got like an anti-slip feel to it, like a rubbery anti-slip feel. Not using that one, obviously. This one is just normal thin, cheap-ish plastic, and it's arrived on, so it's going to be flat as, which is fantastically not good for what I wanted to do. So what we're going to have to do is put it on charge for 5 minutes, or stick it into a power bank. Let's do that for a minute. I don't think there's much life in my power bank. Need to start charging things. Right. There's some life in it. Right.
Bluetooth mode.
There's the voice. Bluetooth mode. So at least we know it's working. So the idea now is I'm going to take this apart and, judging from prior knowledge, as there's no screws or anything around this area, I dare say it's going to be a case of prying this grill off. So let's have a look. Let's turn this off. Let's move my power bank out of the way and give it a go. Oh. Usually I just jam this down in here. Here we are. Oh god, that came up easy, which I'm not complaining about. So let's slide that into there. I'm trying not to twist and bend it. Right. Which oh, I thought I'd failed that then, but it's just that. There we are. So here's our speakers. So we want to take that off. They're only cheap. It was like £7. Right, so all the screws are out. So does this pry up? Oh, why isn't it moving? Oh, wait there. So, oh, don't tell me it's glued in as well. Why would you have all these screws unless it comes apart down here, prying like that? Ah, here we are. I'll just run this along here just to create a gap. Pop it out. Oh, we got some movement. Right, marvellous. I haven't damaged anything yet. Good, tell you what, I must be getting better.
Look, man, I know I exaggerate sometimes, but you do it all the time. Yeah.
Right. So let's take a board out. They got the thinnest, you can see still strand of glue here, the thinnest little bit of glue holding that in. You can tell it's a cheap thing because it's made cheap. But, you know, cheap things have their place. So first off we need to separate. I'm going to try and do this now without cutting the wires. So we want to try and get these separated. There we are. Get the sticky tab off. Get the sticky tab off. Stickiness. Come on, you bugger. Right, there we are. Okay. So why is the what? Oh, it's the battery. I was going to say, why is the one speaker got such bigger, but it's not, it's the battery. So hold on a minute now. No, I was hoping I was going to be a bit lucky then, but it's not, is it? They're not the same. Are they 5 watt? What are these? 3 watt. 3 watt and 5 watt. So I'm thinking I could still use these speakers. So if I desolder them from here and here, I can still use the plugs. I'll just attach them to here. So that's going to be my plan. So snip, 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 snip. And then solder onto there. So, let's get the butchering on. Pepsi, if you ever want to sponsor me, you know what I am. It's caffeine free. Oh. Right. So I want to take these off now. Take this one out, I mean. I'm going to have to find the screws for that other speaker. I think they might be in here, in my tub. Let's move the box out of the way. So, I want to take these plugs out a minute. Move that out the way. Put some heat shrink on it, don't worry. Do the same here. So, let's get the iron out and let's get these speakers off first. What are we gonna do, eh? Right, let's get that out of the way. Bloody speakers are magnetic, see, eh? The magnets on the speakers. Right. 1, 2. Marvellous. Get that one out the way as well. One, 2. So they can go in my parts bin to use another day maybe. So what we want to do now is join these up. So the white's the positive. Just want to create a bit more wire here. So I want to get some, oh excuse me, in the way of the camera, Where's my shrink tubing on it? Here it is. So red for positive, black for negative. Boo, 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 boo. But have we got black? Probably not now after I've said it. Make me look stupid. No, we have. God, shaky be buggered. So, almost want to do it wrong then, wouldn't I? Take that bit round, I guess. And then wrap that around, gives us a fighting chance then, doesn't it? So there's the one speaker done. So I'm not gonna, for the sake of time and boredom, just gonna pew. Second one done. Okay. So I also want a power source into here. Dun, 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 dun. So there's the plus and negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a wire directly from here to there, and on the other side as well to the negative. This is the plan anyway. Let's look at this wire. It's lovely. It's got a lovely rubbery coating, so they come off really nice. There we are. Give that a bit of a tin in. Place that there. Try and get that in there before my fingers get burnt. Like now. There we are. Probably want to do a better job than that. Excellent. Get the black layer out. I don't know where my yellow one's gone. Oh, it's in there. It's in there. So we get black wire out, roughly the same length. Doesn't matter really. If I go this side now. Just pull it back to the point where it's not going to bridge. Now the idea of using the tweezers is so my fingers don't get burnt, but yet I got my fingers on it. Come on now, Wade. Come on now, Wade. I'm going to tell you straight off, that's bridging. Let's make sure that's not a bridge. Doesn't matter which side's which. No. We are good. So I want to put a bit more solder on that black one. So if I just hold it down like that. Oh, you mother... Off them both. Ah. We're going to try again. Ooh, it's a massive bridge. There we are, it's better. Doesn't matter about these, actually. Get them off. Because the power is going directly to here. That's better. That's better, but isn't it? May well see that's coming out there. Still think it's a bridge. Seven bridge, but is it a seven bridge? Put a fiver on it is. Get ready for the beep. Will I be buggered? Well. Story of the 3 bloody wells there. Right, this little battery pack thing I got by now. I just want to turn this round. Hey! See that, kids? Right, friends? Oh, wait, it's gone off there now. Oh. See? Here we are. Happy. Right, move out of the way. So, that's that part done. So what I want to do now, that's the battery connection. So I don't want to solder it to that, because that was silly thinking, wasn't it? Because otherwise it's going to be a constant live.
Well, duh.
We need a switched live, which is here. Problem is here, I need a switched live. I need to extend that switch out.
A few moments later.
Need to have a think now.
More moments later. A little longer than a few minutes later.
Look at this. So that's the back. Is there any way I can mount it like that so the switch is still visible? Is it? Or could I even mount this in the battery compartment? Oh, that's nice. If I mounted it like that, you could take the battery compartment off, switch it on that way. That's not bad actually. Then the wires can run through this gap here. Oh, I like that. Ooh. Ooh. So I don't have to extend the switch out wherever the cover's gone. But there. So I can run the light from there. Marvellous. Absolutely friggin' marvellous, Jim Bob. So I'll put it this way up. But like that. Or was it better that way? No, because it doesn't fit properly. It's got to go this way. It fits in here. Battery goes down in there. That goes there. And then you can put that back over there when you don't need it. Ooh, I like that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that, kids. Whoosh. We do our lads and ladesses. So we're going to remove, or try to remove, the glued in. The glued in, right. We'll try to remove now the battery snaps. Bugger doesn't want to come out. Yes, it does. Quite easily because it weren't glued. Ah! Here we are. Right, so that's that. Yeah, stupid. Right. So the speakers then go either side. So they go inside the board. So let's put the speakers into the box. Right, that's the speakers in. So let's move that out of the way again for a sec. Let's put a voltage on 6. Oh wait there, what voltage is it? 3.7, sorry, so yeah, up to 6, that's fine. So we've got to see now, in this position, yeah, we got voltage in this position. And in this position. What? Right, so if I put it there and there, the idea is now, that should be the on and off positions. So that's where we need to solder from, or to, or whatever. So these 2 wires need to go there. So what I need to do now is I need to put that in place in here. And then the soldering's going to have to take place outside of that. So push that down there, push that out the way, put that in here now. Reusing all the time. But it's a lot more aesthetically pleasing than that plain black rectangular box that looks like a coffin. Right, so that's in place. So these now, of course a bit shorter than now, isn't it? Oops, these now need to run through there, through here. If I have to make that a bit bigger, I will. It's not a big deal. Let's see how we go. That one's through. That one's through. And then these 2 need to come through. Marvellous. Let's pull them all together. Like this aerial, I should have taken off because it doesn't need to be there anymore. Let's snip that off. Snip. You can keep the aerial. Just completes the look, I suppose. Don't need the wire though. So we lock this down now into place. Just screw one in just to get it going, just to hold it in situ. So this now it's going to sit there. So what I need to do, the hardest part here now, is to solder to there and there for that light. So it's going to have to go like that. So you've got to figure out now the switch is going to be there. So I'm going to have to snip quite a bit of this off. This is going to have to be quite stumpy. So first off, I'm going to get a nice blob of solder on both of these areas. Should really change the tip to a finer tip, but we'll see how we do. It's not bad. Oh, that's not bad either. So it might be alright. Let's tin these a bit as well. What we do as well is get a bit of flux on it, just to help it out. Right, we're going to do this now without melting the back. I know. Let's use this grill we dug off. Stick that down there. Glass very fine. There we are. Marvellous. Right. So if I'm correct now, when I flip the switch on this, that light should come on. Ha ha! Look at that! Right, to strengthen that, I'm going to put some solder mask on it. Yeah, that'll just strengthen it a bit as well. Let's just get it fast switch a bit quick. Where's my rag? Right.
A few moments later.
I'm going to give that another minute.
More moments later.
Right, that's cured. Right, so in turn, right, before we go any further, let's plug this in. One. And come on. Two. Right, that's in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue that here. But in terms of the battery, call me old fashioned or whatever, but I'm not a huge fan of the idea of whacking this battery straight on hot glue. I don't know why. You tell me in the comments if you think that's just me being paranoid, delusional, silly, whatever. But it just don't know, doesn't sit right with me for some reason. That's what I'm going to do. Because I can't find my bloody scissors. It's gonna use for the battery. Good old Velcro. What's I do now? Don't do that. I'll put that strip down in here. Down into the valley, into the crevice. Then I'm going to place that then. There. Yeah, cool. Arrow. I'm not overly bothered about covering this USB port, because I'm not going to be using it. Like I said, this build is purely for what I'm going to be doing. It's not a mass sort of idea of, oh, everyone should run out to us. Just thought it'd make an interesting video more than anything else. I'm going to hold that in position. Like that's set. So, if I turn this round now,
Bluetooth mode.
Oh, how cool is that? So, again, we can finish this off now really, can't we? Ooh. Yeah. So, obviously you put the cover on. Actually, if I put that too close now, the cover won't fit. Where is the cover? Oh, don't tell me I've lost that now. No, there it is. No, look at that. Look at that. Right, so I got a phone, not mine. So we switch it on.
Bluetooth mode.
Here we are. Hey, hey. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to switch it off now. Right, last thing I got to do now is actually screw the bottom back on properly. So there we have it. Repurposed.
Bluetooth mode.
So if it was just sitting there, you would know It was on because of the green light. Off. Excellent. And charging ports there when you need to charge it, and then when you're not using it, put the cover back on. So there we are. I'm happy with that, I'm not going to lie. So what was going to get thrown out, but I didn't really want to, has been repurposed now. So I've used the speakers, I've used the front board purely for the screen light, and I've put a Bluetooth board in the back and running off the original speakers. So I hope you enjoyed my little escapade here. If you did, please continue your support in liking my channel and subscribing to it if you really want to see more content. For everyone who has subscribed so far, thank you very much. It does mean a lot. I'm doing this basically for enjoyment reasons, and to keep my mind busy with everything that I got going on. But it's something that I've really just taken to, and I'm enjoying it so much. So thank you very much for your support, and here's to the next video. Okay, see you soon. Ta-ra.